Derech Eretz Zuta Perik Yud Os Yuzayin, according to the Derech Chaim or Chos Chaim edition. This is from the, I believe, from the Mishnah at the end of Saita. Rabbi Noamer Dosh ben David Ba, the generation of David, the Moshiach comes. Zakeni Abinu Pnei, Yinarim Abinu Pnei Zkanim. The young will insult the old. So here he says, Torah Nara, the description Nara More Alo Sema Sen Narus, depicts somebody who does immature activities. Shimunu Armin Scholar, he's bereft of intelligence. But also during that generation, Arimo seems Sichlus, those bereft of intelligence, who do foolish things, which are bereft of intelligence. And therefore, they will embarrass they'll taunt people who actually have wisdom, who are the skanim. This is interesting. In the Orchos Chaim, he goes into several psukim which have to do with nar, but this one from Mikich. V'shamiton nar evedi b'li sar tabachim gomer yom parol avadav. Hayim tzaka ze isha sheruach ba elokim ba v'yom parol yosef v'gomer. Ein navin v'navam v'chacham amoche v'gomer. So the Sar Hamashkim is well known to have tried, according to Rashi, to shortchange Yosef and call him a nar. This explains the Orchos Chaim. Shlemus Pitor Chalom, the perfect interpretation of dream Kasher Pitor Mitzad Ruach HaKodesh, is when the interpretation comes from Ruach HaKodesh, because he's kind better, because then will certainly be fulfilled. Ne Kasher Posim Ezer Chalom Einoni Karma Pitor Mitzad Ruach HaKodesh. So when you interpret dream, it's not clear if Ruach HaKodesh is involved, Mitzad Ruach Chachma, or wisdom was involved, Mitzad Shor Sechel, or just a educated guess. Akasher Posim Neder Sechel, but if the person who interprets the dream is bereft of intelligence, or Im Hu Chacham, or even if he's wise, but he does not know the pathways and the norms of dreams. Even if he knows his its pathways through HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I don't know what he means by Elokim here. I guess he knows how dreams reflect the divine will, but he doesn't know how dreams reflect the will, the matters of the person who dreams it. Because he doesn't have that equal experience with that person. It doesn't have the possibility of reckoning with his intellect. What the dreamer's dreams will allude to. In that case, if he can give a resolution, it's Ruach HaKodesh. Paro. Samash says to Paro Shemiton, Nar HaMenur Min HaSeichel. Is a Nar, somebody who's bereft of intellect. Kam Ivrin, also, he's reached an element of Nimusenu. He doesn't know our customs. How is he going to interpret a dream? Kam Evel Sar Tabachim. He's also an Evan. He's not in our category, he's not in our league to know our concept, our manners. Nevertheless, he resolved our dreams. It's clear, Shiruach Hashem di Barbo must be the spirit of Hashem. Therefore, when Yosef resolved the dream for Paro, he said to his slaves, amongst whom, that amongst them was an official who told Paro, Mashkim, that Yosef was a nar, Vinyana Baruch HaKodesh, and that it must be that he's getting his solution to Baruch HaKodesh, Shiafay Kivain, and that's he obviously gave a correct interpretation. So it's clearly right. He has the spirit of God. And in order that it should not be degrading, to say that in front of Yosef he's a nar, is bereft of wisdom. Therefore he said to Yosef, once Hashem told you all this, there's nobody who's more understanding and smart than you are. Kodesh only devolves on a wise man. You have meaning God gives wisdom to the wise. So according to this Orchos Chaim, when the Tzar Mashkim said Nar Ivri, he wasn't saying it for Lignai. It might have sounded like Gnai, it would have sounded derogatory, but it wasn't. It's actually trying to tell him, since he's bereft of all the experiences and wisdom which normally would be necessary in order to resolve a dream, if you can resolve dreams despite all that, he clearly is somebody who possesses divine spirit, and therefore you should trust him and bring him out in order to interpret your dream as well. I think that's nice. The elders will stand up in front of the Narim. So that means that the Chacham will stand in front of the Tipshim. It says here, there's so much chutzpah, shirov hergel chutzpah shel Narim, since they're so brazen, these Narim, Yamdu as Kanim Ignatzmam, Lifnei HaNarim. The Kanim will stand up on their own initiative from the Narim, Lachlochem Kavod. I guess since they demand, it's not clear what it means, but since they demand this honor, at some point this Kanim will become so used to giving this misplaced honor that they will do it automatically. You test. Bas kama b'ima, chav kala b'chamosa. A daughter rebels against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. You test. Bas chuli. Inyan hakava yitachein mitzad galusa shanim and mitzad atava. Honor can come as a result of respecting somebody's older age, or as a result of respecting the goodness, shemkabel tova, that you get good from that person, or mitzad kuvasa ishus, or because you're closely related, or because you're a child of these people. It's appropriate for, it's normative for the children to respect the parents. Chutzpah is going to across the board here. In terms of the greatness in here, the elders will have to stand in front of the younger. So I guess he's learning here that at this point, it's not as the non-literal translation of wise and stupid, but as literal translation of elders and youth. Mitzad tava, and in terms of the goodness, women normally to bestow goodness on their children. Person gives honor to his mother more as far because a mother bestows more goodness on him. Especially to daughter. Maram Zal, like Chazal say, she wants to see her daughter fix her properly. Bas kama beima. Nevertheless, a daughter rises against her mother. And ka'u chamosa mitzad kurvas ishus, because normally on account of the relationship which is created by marriage, kala kama chamosa, a daughter rises before her mother-in-law. Barbanel kala bechupasa. Barbanel explains a kala under the chuppah. She normally would love and kiss the hands of her mother-in-law, kama bali snow osa, and she would rise up to hate her. And chaf aleph eina bemis bayesh mi aviv. A child is not embarrassed in front of his father. Says Derech mitzadet lo le'avuza b'bein aviv. In terms of the honor which normally given from children to parents, the child would denigrate his father. Hashem is bayish kol does not ashamed in front of him at all. This is alluded to in Micha Perek Zayin. Ben Menabel of son degrades his father. Pas Ima, a daughter rises up against her mother. Kal b'chamoisa, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Oive ish anshe beso, the enemies of a person are the members of his household. Vani ba Hashem atzapeh, and I will yearn to Hashem. Ochila, I will yearn le'elokei yishit, to the God of my salvation. Yashmeini elokai, that Hashem will cause me to hear. Kasher yiska chutzpah, kasher ben menabel av. So Micha is saying that when there's a lot of chutzpah, that the son will degrade the father. Us atzapeh, then I'll yearn b'Hashem ochila. Okay, yishi. I'm going to learn that. I'm going to yearn and anticipate that Hashem will save us. Yashmein Eloki Shiavo ben David. My God will tell me that the son of David, Moshiach, is coming. the Dorsh ben David Bob Azus Tarbe is going to be a lot of brazenness, which seems to be a similar thing. But then he goes on to other things afterwards. So Nehemiah Azus Tarbe Tarbe Koche Adam Shlosha Hema. The three powers in a person. Uh, so there is Hanefesh Hema Nefesh Behami, the animal soul, Machol Mishteh, to eat and drink. Ruach, the spirit, Hachamel Per V'Chabod, which covets honor and glory. Neshama Hamaskeles Inyan Nafshim, Neshama, which is intellectual. Kulam Iskaku Bainya, all of them will be ruined at that time. Beinyan Chemda So Ruach, in terms of the spirit, in terms of the desire of the spirit, Azus Tarbeh. People would want so much cover that there's going to be a lot of brazenness. The Yubato HaKavod, Marino Kavod, and will negate the covered from theirs are suitable for kavod. So, and I guess the next few people, the next several, it's the next two. Bayoke Aves is way things will inflation will be very great. Things will be very expensive. Yoke Aves is going to pay Shrash Masas Mechubad. So he says totally different shot here than I just said. He says Mechubad Hayakosh Bem Ye as Zason V'Ramai. The yoker means the precious person, the distinguished person who's held in esteem is going to be a brazen and treacherous person. Another interpretation, a yoker people won't give honor to each other. They'll distort the relationship with each other. Sechasota Perush Rasha Zal, I guess the Marsha says, Shlo Yoker, that the pressure, the high prices not become be Mivnei Shashrim Einam Baruchos, not because he is not blessed with produce. Ella Shea Yoker Idea Mavtim. The high price will come by people who distort. I'm not showing the people speculate and raise prices. But Shiaves also means strength. Modas usis your eighth dabar. She's chazek yoker. Like it says, to know to strengthen or fortify those who are weary. So the yoker will be stronger. In other words, there'll be a powerful inflation. Send me a type of nevesh bahami. So things which we want to pursue with our nevesh bahami, because there's so much demand, I guess, for luxuries. So therefore, that's going to go and increase as well. Wine will give bad fruits and will be expensive. Nevertheless, wine is expensive. There won't be a blessing in the fruit. Everybody's going to pursue wine. Mishtak can get drunk. Moshiach is get more expensive. I'll be sure of Yain Ba'on. There's a lot of wine in the world. The inflation will be distorted. There's a similar statement, one statement. It gives an example of the distortion of the caused by distortion of this inflation. There's going to be widespread wine. Wine should be cheap inside of this, but because people are deceptive and twisted, therefore hayayin biyoker. The last statement of Rabbi Nehemiah is Malchus te'afech leminus ve'ein tochacha. The government will turn to heresy and there's no rebuke. Malchus te'afech leminus lo amru hamelech te'afech lemin. Says the Derech Eretz. Doesn't say the king will be not because he said lo yitachen. That can't. It's not possible. Shamelech shemivcha nashim shebechol medina. That the king, who was a select person in the entire country, he'll lose his mind, to deny God and Yos Min. Unfortunately, I don't see why that can't happen. But it says, but it means that the midah of minus will be so prevalent that it will take governance on all the other attributes in the world, in the land. And this is a kilkul which is the neshama, the intelligent neshama, that the governance of the people will be minus. And because minus is so rampant and widespread, there's no way to rebuke and fight back against it, which is very, very true.